Obviously, I think we showed some improvement in the rebounding area. We haven't had very many games or any games where we have two guys that are getting 27 rebounds. That shows that they're making more of a commitment to themselves and they're holding themselves accountable for an area where we have not been very strong in. That was just a different mindset shift that I think that I was glad to see. And we had everybody involved in the rebounding category. I mean, even those 5 rebounds by Jameer and 4 by Chandler and 3 by AJ in limited minutes shows that our guys are finally understanding that we in order for us to be a good basketball team, we got to do a better job rebounding. And offensive rebound, I mean, that makes up for a lot of mistakes we make. You know, when you miss a shot, you turn the ball over, when you're being aggressive, then you get fouled, and you get to the free throw line. And so that shows some improvement. I thought our defense was solid, with the exception of late in the game. I thought that it looked like some fatigue has stepped in, and maybe I didn't give us keep our bodies nearly as fresh. We didn't contest those 3 threes that guy threw up in about 30 seconds. But that's the dip that we was trying to avoid. I thought we came out the second half. We didn't necessarily have the dip, but I thought that they did a great job of balling us up with the way they hedged the ball screen. So we took the ball screens out, and I thought that our offense flowed a lot better. Had a few dips. You know, we lost some guys from a defensive standpoint, but my point is that I think we're making progress. I think we're getting this a little better. I just hope that we can continue to keep getting better while we develop it. That's the key for us right now.
How pleased are you with Malik and the fact that I think it's 5 straight games with 8 or more boards from him? Just a consistency that he's kind of shown.
Well, there's a transition that all players make coming from wherever level they're playing it to the level that we're trying to get them to play. And I think early in the year, you know, he has been accustomed to playing a certain way in his junior college for his team to be successful. So we are trying to get him to do what we have our 5-man do, and how successful we've been in the past. So what I think is happening, we've made adjustments because more and more we learn about his skill set. And he's a good passer. He makes good decisions with the ball. Obviously, he's a great finisher around the basket. And so maybe we might not be getting the lobs like we did with Ojo and Chris Kamaji and some of the other players we've had in the past, but we're getting other things. So I think he's getting closer to understanding how we need him to play to make our system go, and I think we also adjusted to his skill set, and I think hopefully we'll continue to keep growing and getting better. But gosh, he was 6 for 6, I think, the first half, and so you know, I might, when they say I came over on the boat, but it wasn't the last one. I'm gonna take advantage of that and get him the ball and let him score a little, let him score a little more. You know, the way he's showing us that he's capable of scoring.
He's gotten a little taste of kind of the ACC, playing an ACC game, 2 other, I guess, high major programs. But how excited are you to see how he handles, I guess, the grind of ACC that starts Saturday?
Well, I just think he's just understanding. See, there is a big adjustment. We have 5 freshmen out there that are really still making their adjustments, and we normally have never been put in a situation where the success of our team and our season has a lot to do with how fast we bring on freshmen, because we need them to contribute in some way so we can keep everybody fresh and maintain the energy for the long periods of time. And I saw a little bit of that tonight. You know, even though the execution wasn't quite as good with our freshman guys, but I thought the energy was there. I thought the effort was there. Christian got a big tip in, and he was hustling all over the place. Aaliyah went and got a couple of rebounds. I mean, I think we're showing that they're progressing, but it's show and tell time now, though.
Do you foresee, I mean, you're not usually a team that can win a game with 7 bench points. And I know Saturday was a different deal, but didn't get a ton from your bench there too. Like, can you foresee, Leonard, like this being more of a shorter rotation?
No.
For you guys?
I don't think we can sustain our effort and our energy for a short rotation. But I thought we got good energy from those guys tonight, but I think that the flow of the game just didn't give them that many offensive opportunities. But I liked the energy that came with it. They were flying around, they were contesting shots around the basket. But here again, you have freshmen making a transition. You got Justin Thomas, who's a little more experienced, and obviously we didn't have Boston tonight because he had the injury. I don't think it's going to hold him back from playing on Saturday. At least we hope not. He's a little more experienced, but that's who we are, and that's who a lot of people are right now. They're trying to find ways to be more consistent with a new team that's making some adjustments. So, I mean, Daquan didn't have his normal night tonight, but he was 1 for 7. But I thought his energy was good. And I thought that, he gave us what did he get? Normally he was complaining that the big guys were getting all his rebounds tonight. That he normally gets rebounds that the other guys were being so aggressive they took the rebounds away from him.
I was going to ask you that. There were multiple times where two of your guys were going up for a rebound at the same time over each other. I know you want to know they're on the same team, but how much do you like seeing that they're rebounding against each other? They're so aggressive.
Believe me, the way we've been rebounding, that was a wonderful sight to see guys being that aggressive, fighting over rebounds. That means that the commitments that we've made to each other, they hold each other accountable for. And that's a great sign, especially going into ACC play.
What's your early thoughts on Louisville?
Well, I think that they're well coached. They seem to be spreading the floor an awful lot, which for us is not nearly as much of a problem as it would have been for some of our past teams, because even though we have some young big guys, they're fairly mobile, and they can play 5 out a little better. They can contain the dribble a little bit better. So this is going to be a different type of team, a different type of system than what we've been accustomed to, because they don't really play with a low post guy as much. They play with a lot of cutting, a lot of ball movement, a lot of ball screen, attacking the basket off the dribble. That's kind of the way it seems as though everybody's playing these days. You don't see a lot of walk down and look to the coach and have a head tap and a nose pull and an ear pull, shoulder tap, and now it's more free-flowing offense. And they're playing extremely hard. They're doing a good job defensively, and they present some of the same problems that a lot of teams have presented for us, like North Carolina State and LSU, just driving the ball, and that's kind of who they are.
You talked about not having any dips in the game, but at a macro level, it was also the first non-conference in several years without kind of a loss to bad loss to a lower team. What do you think's allowed the team to not suffer one of those bad losses?
Well, I like to think that we have enough physical talent that even though I have not been always pleased with how we played against some of the mid-majors, I think we got good enough talent where it's kind of helped us maybe overcome some of our shortcomings. Now that we are improving, I'm seeing more guys getting involved. I'm hopeful that we can take care of business on Saturday and come back and have about 5 or 6 days of practice, after the Christmas break, that we can really, really hone in and take another step. So I'm pleased that there are times when we are really, really aggressive defensively. And there are times when we're aggressive defensively, but we are not moving the ball and getting the extra passes. For instance, the other night against Tulane, I think we might have made 250, 60 passes. And against, I think North Carolina State, we might have made 140 passes. When we moving the ball and getting everybody touches and everybody involved, we're a lot better team than we are when we ISO ball and not getting the ball movement, so you can attack the closeouts and you can penetrate in and kick it out for threes. But when we're not moving the ball and we a little bit stagnant, that's not how we won. So tonight, even though we only had four guys in double figures. The other guys maybe didn't get as near as many points. I was pleased with the ball movement and ball person.
I think, you've obviously scored in double figures before, but what was behind the mindset to come out and grab 12 boards?
I mean, it's a skill that I've always possessed. Coaches just trying to bring the best out of me, and something that we definitely been emphasizing more and more because we've been getting out rebounded a little bit in some games. So we've been putting an emphasis in that in practice.
Is it positioning? Is it want to? Is it maybe just sometimes fluky luck of where the ball goes?
Yeah, I mean, I just think when the ball goes up, just try to go get it. It's just really simple as that.
Taylor, coach has talked about how much this team seems to like each other off the floor and how it needs to continue to evolve building chemistry on the floor. Are you starting to see that pay dividends where this team?
Oh, for sure, yeah. That's definitely, I think something we've been saying all year. It was like making a difference this year is building a brotherhood, and I think it's showing on the court. You know what I mean? Like we were playing together, making good passes, making unselfish plays, playing super hard for each other, and we got a real brotherhood off the court, and it's translating.
What do you think you guys need to do as you approach ACC basketball to be the best version of yourselves?
Consistent play, like definitely for me. I got to be more consistent on a night in, night out basis. I think that's just gonna come with experience. It's my first year playing big minutes, and I got to step up on a nightly basis. I can't be one-offs. So yeah.
You, Chandler, Jameer, I'm probably forgetting that person, are the only ones that have experience in ACC basketball. So what do you tell all the guys on the roster that this will be their first time through it?
It's different. It's a different beast. Every team is good. From the last team in the league, I think last year we lost to Louisville, and they're the last team in the league. And every night you got to compete.
How important is it going to be to set the tone on Saturday in that first home league game?
It's super important. We got to win. Win early once makes it easier. Come down the stretch when you don't know what you're dealing with. Everybody's healthy right now, so we got to get this first one Saturday.
What kind of improvement, growth have you seen from Malik over the course of the first 10, 12 games?
I'm gonna be honest, I was surprised he hasn't been doing this all year. Like he's that dude. He's really got it. Like he's him. Like Malik is him.
Do you have to kind of have a head on a swivel with some of his passes when guys are cutting?
I mean, he's special. Like he's really special. He kind of reminds me of Jokic. He gets in that post, swings it. He's different.
Everybody else set?